Hey guys, it's Marshall Mathers the fourth here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about all the reasons why I never listen to anyone's advice or take anyone's help that they try to offer me. And I want to start off by saying that, first of all, none of you have any control or authority over me of what I say or do. You're not my fucking parent or guardian. You're not. You're just a bunch of random strangers that I do not personally know in real life or ever met. So you just literally do not have any say in what I say or do in my YouTube videos and in my community posts, or even just in my real life in general. And, I also never listen to anyone's advice or take anyone's help that they try to offer me, and especially over the past 5 years that I have been on YouTube for and have had an online presence for, because of the fact that I never asked for or wanted anyone's help. Like, literally, I never, ever, not once, not a single fucking time in any of my YouTube videos or community posts ever asked anyone for their half-assed, lame, bullshit advice or help, for that matter. I mean, if I really did want any of your advice or help, you know what? I would have asked for it. I would have actually wanted it. But guess what? I do not and never did in the first damn place. And you know what else? I did want help when I started my YouTube channel 5 years ago in 2017 when I was a 20-year-old man. I did want help, but the kind and type of help that I specifically, personally wanted, in my opinion, was help that just about nobody wanted to even actually offer me, ever. The kind of help that I wanted was in hopes of as many people as possible to give me some of their money. And I know that's selfish. I know that it's extremely self-entitled of me to ask for, want, or expect, or pretty much plead and beg people for even some of their money. But you know what? I only wanted some of people's money, not all of it, and certainly not even most of it, just some of it. Because I knew even before starting my YouTube channel that I would not make anything at all. I'd make no money, zero amount of income on my YouTube channel, especially when I first started it. And I was right. And that was the main reason that I wanted, expected, pleaded, and begged, pretty much, people to even at least be generous and compassionate enough of just sharing some of their money with me, giving some of their money to me. And that is what I hoped would have happened when I first started my YouTube channel 5 years ago in 2017 when I was a 20-year-old man. And you can laugh at me all you want. Like, by all means, you can make fun of me all you want. But I'm telling you the honest to God truth as to why I started my YouTube channel in the first place. I mean, that's not the only reason that I started my YouTube channel, but it's definitely one of the main reasons. And, it does break my heart, and it does really weigh me down and crush me emotionally and mentally that no matter how many times I tried my very best to get as many people as possible to give me some of their money, it didn't work. And as a matter of fact, it completely backfired on me. And you know what? I can't believe that I even thought that it would have worked. And that's the sad part, because I actually believed before even starting my YouTube channel, before even uploading my very first video to my YouTube channel back in 2017 when I was 20 years old, before I even did that, I thought, like seriously, going in, that I would have probably been able to convince like quite a bit of people to send me just some of their money. And obviously, you know, what would have been selfish of me is if I would have wanted or expected or even asked for all of people's money or even most of it. But I would never do that. Why? Because it's mainly theirs, and it's obviously money that they themselves worked hard for, that they deserve all of it, and or at least most of it. And, you know, I don't know. It really does break my heart, and it tears me apart emotionally because, you know, I thought something would have happened that did not. And, you know, I'm not going to act like I'm not even kind of pissed off. I am. And sometimes I feel and think like this YouTube channel that I even made and started in the first place was a complete and total waste of time, because I have gotten way more just harassment and ridicule and shame and cyberbullying over the years, and just so many people that have just been out for me and just makes me feel like they want to string me up by my neck and beat the shit out of me emotionally, which is exactly what it feels like because of the amount of trolls and the amount of haters that I have received over the years because of my YouTube channel. I mean, I have just made enemies with countless amounts of people, just endless amounts on the internet. And, you know, I would have never expected that. Honestly, I would have never thought that that would have happened when going in and making my YouTube channel and uploading my very first video. I could have never predicted that I would have just gotten and received so much backlash. And if anything, like, I used to receive way more backlash than I ever received or got positive feedback or reception from my videos, or positive comments and like comments of love and care and understanding, and people who relate to me and stuff like that. But you know, I also never listen to anyone's advice or take anyone's help that they try to offer me, because, you know what? Like I just explained in this video that I'm making right now and going to upload later, is the fact that all the advice that you motherfuckers have offered me over the years, I never asked for or wanted. That is not the advice that I wanted or asked for. And as a matter of fact, I never asked for or wanted anyone's advice. I mean, literally, I'm dead serious when I say that. I never asked for or wanted any of your half-assed bullshit advice. And you know what? I certainly never asked for or wanted any of your help either. And you know, the only help that I even wanted or expected or thought I would have gotten even years ago when I was 20 years old in the year 2017, 5 years ago, when I first started my YouTube channel, I thought that people would have given me some of their money. That's what I thought. That's what I expected to happen. You know, I didn't demand that people would have given me some of their money. I expected it, though. I thought it would have happened. I wanted it to happen. I wished it would have happened. And I certainly, and most of all, hoped it would have happened. But did it? No. The exact opposite. That's the help I wanted. I didn't want help as in people writing me like comments saying, get a job, 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 get a job. That's not the kind of help I wanted. You really think that's going to help me? No, it's just going to annoy the shit out of me. I mean, how would you like it if you had a YouTube channel and a bunch of random motherfuckers kept saying that same shit to you over and over and over and over again? You'd lose your damn mind. You would go crazy. I promise you all, you would absolutely just lose your shit. You would go insane. Because you know what? Over the years that I've received such annoying, irritating comments like that, I just thought to myself, you know what? These people are a broken record. I mean, I'm a broken record, and I will full on admit that all the way, 100%. I mean, even my mom tells me that. And you know what? She's right. I am a broken record, and I always have been my whole entire life. But you know what? All of you pricks online sound like broken record yourselves too, when you just keep repeating the same comments over and over and over and over again, telling me to get a job or go back to school or stop making YouTube videos or get therapy or whatever. Like, you all sound like a broken record, because that's exactly what you are, and yet none of you even see it. You don't even realize how just much of a broken record you all sound like. And also, you're just all so very repetitive, and you keep on constantly repeating yourself non-stop. And you know, I'm surprised that none of you even get sick and tired of telling me the same shit over and over and over, as if you expect something different to happen. And you know, there's like a definition of somebody who's crazy, who keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And that's exactly how I feel about the people telling me the same annoying, irritating, repetitive shit over the years, that they're crazy. They're out of their minds. They're lunatics. They're insane, because they keep telling me shit and expecting a different result. They keep telling me things and thinking that it's actually going to help me or change me, or one of these days I'm just going to be like, you know what? I agree with you. Thank you for your bullshit half-assed advice. Thank you. You've been so kind to me. I love you guys. I really appreciate you giving me all this advice and retarded ass help. No, it's annoying and irritating, and I never asked for or wanted it in the first place. You know, I would never do that to anyone else. I would never, ever tell someone to do something that they didn't want to do, especially if I had no control or authority over them. Like, if I wasn't their parent or guardian, then I would just have no say in what they do or say. I would not be responsible for them. And you know, that's the feeling that I get from so many people who comment on my videos and community posts as well, is that it's as if they feel responsible for me. Like, what I'm saying on my YouTube channel in both my videos and community posts. Like, I'm their problem and I'm their issue that they have to deal with, and they have to try to help and change me or fix me or whatever. No, like, you know why I started my YouTube channel? Because I just wanted to be understood. I wanted to have my voice heard. I wanted to find as many people as possible online who could connect with me, who could relate to me on a very deep and personal level. And you know what? I did find that, and I did get that. And I am extremely grateful and appreciative of all the friends that I have made on YouTube, on the internet, over the years, of both men and women. And yeah, I have made friends with some women. They're not like attracted to me, and I'm not attracted to them. We're just friends. But even that, you know, that means a lot to me. because it's the first time in my entire life that I even ever had or made friends with women, even though it's sadly only online. Like in real life, I never had or made friends with any women because no women ever wanted to make friends with me or to be friends with me. None. Zero. Not a single one. And, no girl ever thought of wanting to be my friend either. But online, I have made some friends with women. And you know what? I obviously have way more friends with men because obviously, and of course, the people who are going to relate to me the most, resonate with me the most, connect with me the most are definitely and obviously going to be men. But I'm happy that I even was able to make friends with women too, because I would have never thought or expected that would have happened. But you know what? All of this came at a price because, I mean, I got my private secret information that at least should stay and remain private and secret information docs on the internet 5 years ago when I was 20 in 2017. And then like a few years later, I also got my information doxed again. Like, first of all, my personal private secret information got doxed in 2017 when I was 20 years old. And then also my parents' information got doxed the same year, as if they had anything to do with my channel, which is just unfair that the assholes on kiwifarms.net would have even doxed my parents' information as if they were a part of my YouTube channel, and they never were. They were completely innocent. I mean, as a matter of fact, they never even knew I had a YouTube channel years ago until they found out eventually. And, I have embarrassed my parents over the years. I have humiliated them. I have made them both equally ashamed. And, my dad, even more so than my mom, wishes that I would just all in all stop my YouTube channel and just never make her post another YouTube video again. And hell, maybe even delete my entire YouTube channel. And I mean, even if I did that, trolls online would just re-upload my videos. So that wouldn't change anything or make anything better. And you know what? I feel like even if I did try to fix my life or self-improve, which I'm not going to do because it's overrated and it's just something that quote unquote normal people do or blue-pilled cucks do. People who are fucking NPCs and people who just follow what's norm, follow society, follow the rest of the crowd because you're a bunch of fucking sheep. But even if I were to do that, I feel like people would still be haranguing me and attacking me and harassing me and cyberbullying me over the years and just keep poking the bear being me. Even if I did try to make my life better, people would not stop the bullying. And I know that for an all-around fact. I know that none of the trolls that hate the absolute shit out of me and want to see me fail and want to see me suffer and want to see me thrown under the bus and just want to kick me when I'm down, they'll never give up the cyberbullying. They'll never stop. They'll continue to do it. And, sometimes I just wonder to myself, don't you pricks have anything else better to do with your time? I mean, seriously. Don't you? Don't you have a life to live? Don't you have anything like that's way more worth your time than beating a guy who's already down, being me? Apparently not. And I just don't get it. I don't understand it. And it's also kind of hilarious in a way and sad and just really pathetic because I bet all the people who have been trolling me over the years probably have lives just as shitty as mine. Because otherwise, why would they even bother with me? Why would they even bother with other YouTubers like me out there who are self-pitying guys online. If they have a much better life, if they just keep on winning in life, and if they just have all this endless amount of success, why did they keep attacking people then? If their lives are just so much more grand than mine, why would they even bother then to bullying me over the years? It's because their life, or should I say their lives, are just as bad as mine, if not worse, and they just want to feel better about their situation. But, I don't know. And, I don't feel bad and sorry for these people online who just waste their lives bullying me and just beating a guy who's already down. Because all of this is just so uncalled for. I mean, literally. I did nothing to deserve any of this. Sorry. I just wanted to be understood. I just wanted to be heard. I wanted to have my voice heard. I wanted to find as many people as possible who could relate to me, resonate with me, connect with me on a very deep and personal level. But apparently that's such a crime on the internet to do. Apparently it's so illegal and such a crime and just absolutely against the law to pour out your heart. Because that's certainly what it feels like to me, and it looks like too. It looks exactly like that. Because it's as if I'm committing some sort of heinous crime by just trying to be understood, by just trying to have my voice heard, by just trying to find people who relate to me, who resonate with me, who understand me, who can connect with me on a very deep and personal level. Apparently, I'm committing some sort of heinous crime and doing something so very illegal and against the law to pour my heart out and to try to find people who are like me. These videos, believe it or not, are therapeutic to me. They are. Whether you want to believe it or not. And, I did nothing at all to deserve the amount of backlash that I have received over the years. But then again, maybe I did, because after all, what did I put out on my YouTube videos and community posts for the most part but hate, anger, jealousy, and envy? And I get that those emotions and feelings are very dark and very negative and bad. And obviously nobody should have them, but guess what? They're a part of human beings. These feelings and emotions that I have had and harbored since I've been 15 years old in the year 2012 are a part of me. They define who I am as a person and a man. And, they've gotten the best of me. They have eaten me alive over the years. They have won me over. So I'm simply a projection of my feelings and emotions that I have. And you know what? I would never wish the amount of suffering that I've been through, even on my worst enemies, which are all online, of course, and obviously. But I've had to deal with them. I've had to live with them. I've had to accept them and just live my life as best as I can manage with just the amount of emotions and feelings that I've had over the years that have just destroyed me inside and out. And, I can't do therapy because that costs money. My parents aren't made of money. They're not rich, and neither am I. And here's the thing, when it comes to therapy, why would I do something when I would have to pay for it? And these like counselors or therapists would only even listen to me if I pay them for their time, because otherwise they're not going to do it out of the goodness of their heart. And that just proves and shows to me that they really actually do not care. All they care about is getting paid to listen to me or anyone else complain about their miserable life. And so that's why I do it on YouTube, because at least this way is free. At least this way I can actually find and make friends with people who are like me, whether they be men or women. People who relate to me, who resonate with me, who can connect with me on a very deep and personal level. So I'm actually getting something good out of this, regardless if any of you assholes and pricks think so or not. And, the truth is, I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything against the law by making a YouTube channel, by pouring out my heart. I enjoy doing this. But all you trolls ruin the experience for me. You wreck it. You really do. And I'm a guy in person who's beyond the point of help. And I'm surprised none of you even realized that and could see that from the moment I started my YouTube channel in 2017 when I was 20 years old. Some people are just beyond the point of help, beyond the point of saving, and you just have to let them go, whether you want to or not. I'm shocked and just stunned that none of you could see and realize that even when I first started my YouTube channel in 2017, when I was 20 years old, that I was beyond the point of help, beyond the point of saving. Because have I not said in many of my YouTube videos over and over and over again that I am damaged beyond the point of repair? I mean, even when I first started my YouTube channel, there was no helping me. There was no saving me. So the last resort and the last thing for me to do was just to try to pour my heart out and to try to just let my life story out there for the public to see and hear. I don't know, so many people have tried to help me on both YouTube and Instagram as well. And it's never worked for them. It's completely backfired on them. And I hate the fact that they even tried, because you know what? They were wasting their time. If you want to help someone, if you want to fix someone, help someone or fix someone who actually wants to be helped or fixed. Give advice to someone who actually wants advice. I mean, seriously. Because I never wanted any of your advice in the first place. I just wanted to be understood. Is that such a bad thing? Apparently, to so many people online, it is. To just try to be understood. Apparently, to all of you just demonically possessed people online, it's just so bad to try to be understood to you. Because you all just run and control and own the internet, don't you? It's just unbelievable. It's outrageous. But, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. You know, I don't know why any of you bother with me and just waste your time on someone like me. It doesn't make any sense. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say in today's video. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I'm out.